You are standing in the kitchen, chopping vegetables for dinner, or perhaps you are just standing in the hallway, absent-mindedly checking your phone after a long, exhausting day. Out of nowhere, you feel it. A familiar, solid, grounding weight pressing firmly against your calf or your thigh. It is your dog. They are not jumping. They are not barking. They are simply leaning into your legs, shifting their entire center of gravity so that their full body weight is resting completely against you. Most of us barely even register this quiet moment. We reach down, give a quick, distracted pat on the top of their head, and step away to keep doing whatever we were doing. Sometimes, if we are busy or feeling overwhelmed, we even gently push them off, thinking they are just being needy or clingy or demanding our attention at the wrong time. We step aside, we break the physical contact, and we do it without a single second thought. Not out of cruelty, not out of neglect, just out of love, but the wrong kind of love. You think you are just setting a polite boundary or simply moving on with your busy schedule, but in the canine world, what you just did was sever a deeply vulnerable connection. You unknowingly pushed away an offering of profound, absolute trust. By the end of this video, you will never look at your dog the same way again. Welcome to Canine Mind Code. If you want to unlock the deepest secrets of your dog's mind and decode their secret body language to build a deeply profound bond, hit that subscribe button right now. Let us begin with the behavior that brought you here. Number 1. The full body lean. We just talked about how incredibly common this interaction is. You are standing still, and your dog turns their back to you, or presses their side heavily against your shins. The habitual reaction of the modern dog owner is to assume this is a demand for affection. You assume they want a petting session, or maybe a treat, or that they are just standing in your way. So you step back. You try to create space, or worse, you lean over and start rigorously scratching their back, turning a quiet, still moment into a high-energy, chaotic interaction. The hidden damage here is immense, though it happens entirely beneath the surface of their quiet expression. When your dog leans against your legs, they are not asking for a massage. They are not trying to trap you in the kitchen. In their mind, they are performing an act of ultimate vulnerability. By stepping away, you are pulling the safety net out from under them. You are telling them that their chosen safe harbor is unstable, unpredictable, and unreliable. To understand why this is so deeply damaging, we have to look at the scientific anchor of this specific behavior. In the field of canine cognition and evolutionary biology, this action is deeply tied to the nervous system and pack survival instincts. Dogs are direct descendants of wolves, and in the wild, sleeping or resting with physical contact against a trusted pack member is a literal vulnerability shield. When your dog leans on you, they are engaging their parasympathetic nervous system. The gentle, sustained pressure against their side stimulates the release of oxytocin, which is the foundational bonding hormone, in both their brain and yours. It actively lowers their cortisol, which is the stress hormone responsible for anxiety. They are using your physical presence as a spatial anchor in a loud, unpredictable world. They lean on you because they trust you to watch their blind spot while they let their guard down. When you step away, that sudden loss of contact spikes their adrenaline. Their brain registers a sudden lack of support, leading to micro moments of insecurity and lost trust. But the redemption for this mistake is incredibly simple, and it will cost you absolutely nothing. The next time your dog leans against your legs, do not step away. Do not reach down to excitedly pet them or scratch their ears. Just stay completely still. Become the solid mountain they believe you are. If you want to respond, gently lean just a tiny fraction of your own weight back against them. Drop your hand and simply rest it flat on their back. Do not scratch. Do not pat. Just rest your hand there for 60 seconds. This silent, still pressure tells their nervous system that you accept their trust, you are holding the line, and they are completely safe. It is a profound conversation happening without a single spoken word. But keep watching, because the next behavior happens every single day in almost every household. And if you are doing what most owners do, you are accidentally intimidating the creature you love most. Number 2, the heavy paw. You are sitting comfortably on the couch, watching television, and your dog walks up and places one single, heavy paw directly on your knee or your arm. The habit we all have is immediate and automatic. We think they want to play or shake hands. So we reach out and grab their paw. We hold it in our hand, we give it a little shake, or we playfully squeeze it, or if we are tired, we just brush it off and tell them to go lay down on their bed. When you brush off that heavy paw, or worse, when you grab it and hold it tightly in your fist, the hidden damage you are causing goes straight to their survival instincts. In your human mind, holding their paw is exactly like holding hands with a human child. It feels affectionate, warm, and deeply sweet. But in your dog's mind, you have just trapped their primary means of escape and physical defense. When you grab that paw, you are instantly shifting their brain from a state of calm connection into a state of mild, simmering anxiety. They might tolerate it because they love you, but you are slowly eroding their sense of bodily autonomy. The scientific anchor here lies in evolutionary biology and canine physical anatomy. A dog's legs and paws are their absolute lifeline. In the wild, a trapped limb means certain death. Furthermore, their paw pads are packed with incredibly sensitive nerve endings and tactile receptors. When they place a paw on you, they are actually seeking a grounding emotional connection, much like maternal bonding instincts, where newborn puppies touch their mothers to feel secure and warm. They are checking your emotional temperature and asking for stabilization. By grabbing the paw and restricting its natural movement, you trigger a subtle fight or flight response deep within their brainstem. Their nervous system detects a sudden loss of freedom, and cortisol begins to quietly flood their bloodstream. The simple, zero-cost fix to this very common mistake is what behavioral psychologists call under support. The next time your dog places their heavy paw on your leg or your arm, do not grab it, do not squeeze it, do not wrap your fingers around it. Instead, simply slide your hand softly underneath their paw, keeping your palm facing up, and let their paw rest gently on your open hand. Let them dictate the pressure. Let them feel that they can pull away at any exact moment they choose to do so. This creates a massive, undeniable surge of trust. You are proving to them that physical touch with you does not equal a loss of their freedom. Stay with me, because number 3 will explain why your dog is making a very specific sound that almost every single owner gets completely backwards. Number 3, the deep, heavy sigh. We have all heard it in our homes. You are working quietly at your desk or reading a book on the sofa, and your dog collapses onto the floor next to you, resting their chin flat on their paws, and lets out a long, loud, dramatic sigh. The immediate habit for most loving owners is to feel a sudden pang of guilt. You look down and think your dog is terribly bored or deeply disappointed in you, or frustrated that you are not taking them outside for a long walk. You might even interrupt what you are doing, apologize to them out loud, and try to initiate a game of fetch to cheer them up. The hidden damage here is that you are completely misreading their internal emotional state and violently interrupting a crucial biological process of relaxation. When you suddenly jump up and say, "What is wrong, buddy?" you are injecting high nervous energy into a delicate moment where your dog was actually trying to achieve absolute peace. You are accidentally teaching them that whenever they try to relax and let their guard down, the environment immediately becomes loud and chaotic. The scientific anchor behind this heavy sigh is a beautiful, necessary mechanism within the canine nervous system known as vagal tone regulation. When a dog exhales deeply like that, they are manually shifting their body from the sympathetic nervous system, which is the biological state of alertness and action, into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the state of rest, digestion, and cellular repair. That dramatic sigh is not a complaint. It is a biological reset button. It is the literal sound of tension leaving their muscles. It means they feel so incredibly safe in your presence that they are actively choosing to power down their defenses entirely. The redemption here requires extreme self-discipline on your part. When you hear that deep, dramatic sigh, do absolutely nothing. Do not speak to them. Do not look directly at them. Do not move from your chair. Instead, simply mirror their breath. Take a deep, slow breath in through your own nose and let out a long, quiet sigh of your own. By matching their respiration rate, you are speaking their native biological language. You are confirming that the environment is completely secure. The pack is resting safely, and all is well in their world. We are exactly halfway through, and the next point is something almost every owner experiences, but misunderstanding it can cause intense resource guarding and lasting anxiety. Number 4. The toy presentation. Your dog walks proudly up to you with their absolute favorite squeaky toy or worn-out rope hanging from their mouth. They push it gently against your leg or drop it practically on your toes. The immediate habit of almost every loving owner is to excitedly reach down, grab the toy, and throw it across the room to play a game of fetch. But half the time, the dog snatches it back before you can even touch it, or they refuse to let go, turning the moment into a tense tug-of-war you did not ask for. The hidden damage is that you just failed a critical test of canine respect. You violated their resource-sharing ritual. By assuming everything they bring you is a demand for fetch, you are showing them that you do not respect their personal property. In the complex canine mind, they are not always asking you to play with them. Sometimes, they are simply showing you their most prized possession. By immediately reaching out and trying to take it away from them, you are creating a deep sense of insecurity in your home. You are inadvertently teaching them that they must tightly guard their belongings whenever you are walking nearby. The scientific anchor for this specific behavior involves a deeply ingrained concept called resource holding potential and social appeasement. In canine pack dynamics, bringing a high-value item to a respected family member without actively surrendering it is a profound sign of affection and social bonding. It is the canine equivalent of showing you a beautiful painting they just bought. They want you to admire it, not steal it from their hands. Their brain is seeking social validation and shared joy, releasing dopamine when you acknowledge their prize. When you try to pry it from their jaws, you instantly block that dopamine pathway and trigger a defensive, guarding reflex. The redemption for this behavior is a brilliant, entirely passive interaction. The next time your dog brings you a toy, do not reach for it at all. Keep your hands completely still at your sides. Look at the toy, smile warmly, and use a soft, admiring tone of voice. Say something simple and calm like, "Wow, what a beautiful toy you have right there." Praise them quietly for holding it. Let them stand there, holding their prize in their mouth, soaking in your calm, unthreatening approval. After a few moments, they will either drop it willingly at your feet, which is their official invitation to play, or they will turn and walk away with it, feeling incredibly proud and deeply understood by you. You have just reinforced their trust tenfold without moving a single muscle. But there is one more vital behavior we must cover before we finish. And number 5, the unblinking stare. You are sitting quietly across the room and suddenly you feel eyes staring directly at you. You look over and your dog is staring intensely right into your eyes. They are completely focused on your face. The automatic habit is to stare back, maybe widen your eyes, make a funny, exaggerated face, or playfully ask them in a loud voice what they are looking at. Sometimes we even lean forward, challenging them in what we think is just a fun game. The hidden damage here is that sustained, unblinking eye contact in the animal kingdom is almost universally interpreted as a threat or a physical challenge. By locking eyes and intensifying your facial expression, you are unknowingly issuing a spatial challenge. You are causing their heart rate to elevate, creating silent, unnecessary friction right inside your living room. The scientific anchor for this is the delicate biological balance between a predatory gaze and an affiliative gaze. A hard, unblinking stare triggers cortisol, the stress hormone rapidly preparing the canine body for conflict, but a soft, relaxed gaze releases oxytocin and deepens social bond. The redemption is a beautiful technique called the soft blink. When you catch your dog staring intensely at you, do not hold the gaze. Instead, softly sigh, slowly close your eyes for a full 2 seconds, turn your head slightly to the side, and then gently open your eyes again. This is a universal canine calming signal. You are actively telling their nervous system that you are absolutely not a threat, that you submit to peace in the home, and that they can completely relax their guard. We have covered so much vital ground today. We have dismantled old, unintentional habits and carefully rebuilt them with actual science and deep empathy. But none of this matters if you do not understand this final, underlying truth about your dog. Your dog is not just a pet. Your dog is not just an animal living inside your house, they are family. But more importantly than that, they are a captive observer of your entire life. They spend every single waking hour of their short, beautiful lives studying your face, listening to the unique rhythm of your footsteps, and sensing the microscopic chemical changes in your daily mood. They do not speak our complex human language, so they must rely entirely on the silent, profound poetry of body language. Everything they do, every solid lean against your leg, every heavy paw placed on your knee, every deep sigh on the floor, is a desperate, loving attempt to bridge the massive gap between their species and ours. They are not asking for a perfect owner. They are not asking for a human who never makes any mistakes. They are simply asking for your true, undivided presence. They are asking for you to slow down, to pause the relentless, spinning chaos of the human world, and to just quiet your mind enough to listen to what their body is desperately trying to tell you. When you stop pushing them away, when you stop misunderstanding their quiet, gentle signals, you do not just get a better behaved dog. You unlock a deeply profound bond that will change the way you experience love entirely. Tell us in the comments which one of these secret behaviors surprised you the most today. Did you realize how incredibly important that full body leg lean actually was? We read every single comment, and your personal stories help this entire community grow stronger. If you are ready to completely transform your relationship with your dog, make sure you subscribe to Canine Mind Code right now. We are here to decode the silence, and we cannot wait to see you in the next video.